Where we can actually build data and where I see a great data lake not being developed is on the line, at the platoon level, at the company level, at the battalion level. The lieutenant maybe even recorded it with super high speed, put a time and date on it, did everything they're supposed to do, goes in the share drive, and then the 6 rolls the share drive a year later, and as I believe Roy Batty put it in Blade Runner, lost like tears in the rain. And so I think that there is a huge opportunity to do some very basic data science, but also work on UI UX to create a surface for the warfighter to engage on a day-to-day basis and make sure that this knowledge is A, captured, and then B, put in a unified machine-readable format that enables us. It can do prediction, or it can just enable basic, even semantic search of your databases, saying, how many of my soldiers got sick last year, right? That's something that I experienced even at Electronic Arts as well. That's kind of what like keyed us into this concept, was like, before we do something hyper advanced, right? It seems like a lot of folks, especially at the joint level, they want to skip to AGI. They want to skip to COA development. They want to do these really, really deep, complex stochastic processes that require really rich data and are very, very sensitive. And I think I'm invoking too many ancient folks, but I think about like Sun Tzu kind of says, know yourself, know your enemy, and you'll win all battles, right? He didn't say predict yourself and predict your enemy and you'll win all battles. Like let's focus on like, I want to know when I'm a product manager, I want to be able to semantically query a data table and say, how many daily active users do I have? Just like when I'm a battalion commander, I want to interface with an AI agent and say, how many of my pacers are down? Because I think we've seen that, like that can be a all-day scramble. How many of my soldiers are sick? How much class 5 do I have? That kind of stuff. And I think there's a lot of opportunity at the edge to encourage soldiers to build that SharePoint, and we can use agents to just modify it and put it in a way that it can be easily read and queried across the board. And then I think that's part of a really solid foundation that we have to build to say, then we've got this rich, clean data. Then we can begin to do some really advanced RL AI methodologies to begin to project this forward temporally, which is something that's very, very difficult to do, but very achievable as well.